Plus, I got to have something wacky and non sequitur to intro the podcast with.
That sounds like a terrible idea.
I was going to say, do you have to do this?
Do you have
Little do you know you've already played into my plans.
Do you have Nature Box ads?
Yep.
Good.
Lots of them.
Just eat through the whole podcast.
Podcast.
Speaking of Nature Box,
Podcast.
Instead of drunk whatever, we're gonna play Nature Box something. So we have to eat an entire package of Nature Box things.
welcome to the Inside Gaming Podcast, episode 20 for August. I closed my calendar. August 14th, 2014.
So professional.
No,
Isn't it?
We're off to a great
we could have started whenever he wanted to.
And I
He
picked the
chose
time
to
when I was
wait
least
until he
prepared.
forgot what day
He
it was.
didn't know what day it was.
With Adam, Bruce, James, and Lauren.
Featuring your guest, Adam.
Do you normally intro all of us for the podcast?
No.
every
Does
time?
now.
Do me a huge favor and please tone down the excitement.
Bruce,
What?
what's your favorite flavor of Starburst candy?
Favorite flavor of Starburst candy? It's got to be the red.
Wait, red or pink? Red?
Red.
So cherry-ish?
Sure, whatever.
That's a bad answer.
Yeah.
All right. This episode of the Inside Gaming Podcast is brought to you
Mine's
by
pink,
Nature Box.
just so everyone knows.
Yeah, why didn't you ask them?
He doesn't care.
Only one person every
okay.
time.
All right.
Nature Box is convenient. It has automated delivery. Nature Box allows you to discover new snacks. They change every month. And Nature Box is delicious. You can get a variety of snacks, and all of them taste great. At least that's what they say.
What is the one we just finished? We just finished one.
Save it. We got another one later.
Oh, yeah. We should talk about these later.
At any rate, you can go to naturebox.com/inside for 50% off your first month. That's naturebox.com/INSIDE. Thank you, NatureBox.
Thank you.
Thanks, Nature Box.
Thanks, Nature Box.
So let's start a podcast. I guess we already did that. Call of Duty. Adam got to go watch it and not play it.
I did it.
Well, yeah, why didn't you get to play?
All right, so I'll tell you what's up.
All right, what's up?
So, as we, as Inside Gaming, have shrunk in terms of being an editorial outlet, we haven't had as many people to cover events. Activision reached out about us covering Call of Duty, Advanced Warfare, and we wanted to cover it. It's just very short on people. So they had the event in San Francisco. I figured I can go there in a day, come back the same day.
No one would miss him.
No. So as soon as we finish shooting the daily, the plan was I'm going to fly to San Francisco, get some gameplay cap, come home. The problem is with all these events is they never go the way you plan. They always start late. They move your interview around, and there's never enough gameplay cap stations. I'm good. So I got to the event. Matt Danovic was there, old friend.
Yeah.
And he told me, he's like, oh, I have an interview at 7. I'm like, well, I have a flight at 10. Do you want to trade with me? And he's like, no problem, totally fine. Take my interview time. I'm just gonna do gameplay. Awesome. So I got my interview over with right away. All great. No one would fucking move from the gameplay stations. There's just a lot of, you know this, there's a lot more YouTubers now.
They got a prestige, man. They only have an afternoon.
They had all evening. I had to catch a plane that night.
Oh.
So I was shuffling through trying to be like, get in and be like, excuse me, hi, hello, can I get in there? Like, next game. And no one would let me in. So I got to watch it and not get to really play, unfortunately. But the game will be at Eurogamer, as I've been told, so we're going to get to play it there.
But you were really excited when you came back. I mean, you told us it looked like
It looked fun.
one of the best Call of Duties that you'd seen in a while.
Yes, everything from what they were showing, talking to the developers, the two heads, Michael Gondry and, I forget the other guy's name, god damn it, Glenn Schofield. I think that's his name. Correct, I'm horrible in the memory department there. But
We'll look that up real quick.
I told them, I did an interview, I'm not sure if we posted it or if we're going to, but when they were on stage, I could see them reading from the teleprompter and saying, this game's great, these are the 6 reasons why you should care. Go faster, ambulance.
You're under arrest for being
Glenn
an ambulance.
Schofield.
They're trying to help people.
And
Regardless, so
Michael
they did the whole presentation. They did the dog and pony show, and I told the developers, I'm like, you guys are up there. You kind of had this look of like, what the fuck do you want from us? It's Call of Duty. You got the jetpack thing from Edge of Tomorrow, and it's going to be fun. Like, at this point, like, I don't think they need to do these sort of events. And they should just be like, here's the game, have fun. You know what it is. But PR and everyone else has to kind of get in their way and say, like, you have to message this and talk about this one, and none of it's really that important.
I actually saw a lot of really good comments on today's episode because we did Call of Duty in the news, and the comments were saying they should just release Call of Duty Advanced Warfare Alpha and Beta, just like they did with Destiny, and let people play it. And that's a fantastic idea. Rather than us seeing gameplay, rather than us like hyping up the game and doing interviews and stuff, just release the alpha and the beta, let people play a couple of months before the game comes out, and people feel for themselves. I mean, like, that makes a lot of sense, and I thought what Destiny did was exactly the way you should.
They did that once with Modern Warfare, Call of Duty 4. Remember, it was that and Halo 3 had betas. Oh, yeah. And I remember I was like, this is why consoles are cool. And then they just, never did it again. That was it for the Call of Duty series, and now it seems to be more of an event. Like, come to an event, or like they tried COD XP. Like, come and it's a 3-day orgy of Modern Warfare 3. Please buy the game, because they were worried that one wasn't going to do so well. So they had paintball.
Are you at all concerned that Call of Duty is going to come out before this game fucking loads?
I was wondering about that. I thought you just weren't doing anything.
No, I picked Prop Hunt and I loaded a level and it's downloading everything. Our internet's going kind of slow right now for some reason, or their server is taking forever. But that's not important. We're talking about guns.
CODs.
Yeah.
CODs.
CODs is... All right, so on the subject of CODs, did you see anything when you were looking over the shoulder of other YouTubers that impressed you specifically?
I was actually really impressed at how no one knew how to use the EXO. No one was like, a few players, the good ones, were dashing and moving.
So just to clarify, the EXO is like the power suit.
Yeah, you basically, it allows you to, if you ever played Unreal 2004 or any Unreal game, if you double tap one way, you can strafe one way or like kind of jump out of the way. And it's kind of cool, where like a guy will come around the corner with a shotgun, and it kind of makes up for having a shitty controller. You will just kind of dodge out of the way. I was like, that was cool. And you can jump back, you can jump high, you can like ground pound. Like, it is Call of Duty in name only at this point. It's franchising within a franchise. And this game feels fun. Like, it feels like a lot of fun.
And you double tap to do
you
the
like
boosts,
you like double tap A.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
And a lot of people were just playing it like Call of Duty.
Yeah.
That surprised me the most, where I'm just going to play it my way. Like, people weren't jumping up, but you've been to press events, typically the people playing the game suck.
Yeah.
It's always sad.
Yeah.
It's fun, though, if you're getting to play against them.
Oh, yeah, no, it's great.
Yeah, because you ruin them.
Oh, no, your gameplay looks amazing.
We did that with Titanfall, where I think you and I played Titanfall against a bunch of other people that were like press and just ruin. It was the best. I think with Advanced Warfare, this is the first time that Activision, it seems, is getting worried. I think a little bit because I think Ghosts, like I had said earlier, Ghosts was a misstep. A lot of people didn't like Ghosts, and I know it sold pretty well for a Call of Duty game. Of course, it made them a lot of money, but now they're starting to realize they're losing their grasp on that market, and Advanced Warfare really has to do something different. And I don't know if I've seen anything quite different from Advanced Warfare, especially since we already saw Titanfall this year. So I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know if I'm going to buy the game even. I'm not sure because I didn't buy Ghosts.
Just so you know, Bruce still has a Xbox One copy of Call of Duty Ghosts in his trunk.
I got it for free from the event. I still haven't opened it, and I haven't played it because I don't want to play it. I didn't care. Like, I just didn't care. So Advanced Warfare at least looks different and looks more like something that might be more fun to play than just a normal Call of Duty game. So
Yeah, I kind of feel the same way.
and which really sucks because I've always liked the Call of Duty franchise. I don't like saying that kind of thing, but
So here's a weird thought for you guys. One of the reasons that I never invest myself too heavily into any Call of Duty is I know that at maximum, the lifespan is only going to be a year. So like with other games, like when StarCraft 2 came out, I was like, oh, I can learn this and play it for a long time because Blizzard doesn't release games every year. But with Call of Duty, I don't really want to learn any of these games that well because it's not like if I gain a really deep understanding of that particular game, it's just going to fly out the window when the next one comes around.
yeah, that's true.
Is that on your guys' mind at all? Do you kind of hesitate on diving into any of those multiplayer games because you know the lifespan is so short?
I mean, I wouldn't say that like you have to learn Call of Duty at this point. It's just more about getting what you want out of it. One prestige or 10 prestiges or whatever, you know. Get 1,000 kills, whatever your little criteria is. But I think that is. I like learning games though. I figured out that I like learning games. Like when Street Fighters come out, I like to play them just to do the training, to see if I can execute the combos that they've set, like for the levels, and then once I've finished those, I really won't play the game that much anymore. And it's weird because I've used those tools to learn the game, and now I don't want to play it anymore. I don't want to have to utilize my knowledge of the game or whatever. So it's interesting, and I think back to Call of Duty, that's why it doesn't really bother me so much, you know?
Why? Because you've already learned it, or
No, I'm not too worried about like as soon as I get a handle on it, like as soon as I figure out how to use the exosuit, like I'm not like it's gonna be a new game anymore, and I won't be able to, troll noobs and stuff. Like I don't really care.
I guess my ultimate issue with Call of Duty coming out every year is they keep adding more stuff. And that was one of the things I really appreciate about Titanfall was the simplicity of it all. Like, I remember seeing how the unlock system is, and there's only like 4 guns or like 5 guns. Like, this is nice. Thank you for scaling it back, because I can actually unlock everything within a year. I'm not worried about prestiging 16 times because I don't care. I pretty much give up after that point. And I was seeing all this stuff in Advanced Warfare, and I'm like, this is great if this game came out once every 3 years. Because then I could play all this stuff and get it all, but not happening.
Well, to your point, Lawrence, I feel the same way. Like I bought Black Ops 2. I enjoyed the 3 weeks I played it, and when I set it down and never touched it again, even like 2 or 3 months later, I was like, I don't want to invest in this because there's going to be another Battlefield, there's going to be a Titanfall, and there's going to be another Call of Duty to play. So
at least Titanfall's every other year.
Right. Well, no, yeah, but I mean, there was all these first-person shooters that I wanted to try and play competitively online, and I feel like if I don't focus on Call of Duty, if I need to sit down and play for 3 months Advanced Warfare in order to actually get good at the game and compete online and in real, actual high circles of players, rather than me just getting my ass kicked over and over, then I'm not going to spend $60 on a game that I can't play for fun.
Yeah, I would say being an adult and having adult responsibilities.
That's the problem.
It basically means that you will never again be the best at anything.
Correct. Yeah.
And so there are just too many people with too much more free time than you.
Yeah.
So I kind of I'm totally down with them saying, all right, we'll learn it again, like 8 months later.
Well, the thing I've noticed most recently is just that I don't really have time anymore, like as an adult, and I'm really appreciating the shorter games, like, but also I'm finding that even with how we run the channel as well, we don't typically have enough time to get good at one game. So like, I actually feel really bad for channels where guys like, I'm a pro StarCraft player, I'm a pro Call of Duty player, because the minute they do, Gmod bunny hopping whatever video, they would just be turned against. Like they're like, screw you, you're known for this one thing. I think CNanners did a good job of getting out of that.
Yeah.
Sark as well. Like Sark was known for doing like one thing, and CNanners was definitely known for Call of Duty at one point, but they got out of that. And we thankfully play a lot of things, but that also means, what is it? Damn it.
Jack of all trades.
Jack of all trades, master of none. Yeah. That's how I feel. Like we're all I feel like I'm kind of okay at a lot of games, but I'm not really good at anything except for Halo. I'm so good at Halo.
You're still good at Halo.
I am so good at Halo. So I was kicking a lot of ass this weekend.
Well, you went decent against pro Halo players.
Yeah.
Yeah, that actually you
had a good run.
That woke me up actually when we went to RTX.
Lit the fire.
His eyes rolled back on his head.
Must play Halo.
And I realized how lame it sounds to say like I kick ass, but I was having a good time. Like I was holding my own, and I'm actually I think I'm saying this every week. I think when Master Chief Collection comes out, I'm probably just gonna play that. I'm just gonna go back in my little closet and play Halo for the next 3 months.
I think that's the best we can hope for. That there is some game that we've played throughout our lifetime that we've developed skills at, and so that's our game.
Yep, that's Battlefield for me.
And for Bruce, it's Battlefield. For me, it's like Darkstalkers, and so like. No one was gonna say anything there.
Wait, was that a joke or not?
That was a joke. Even if it's true, it's still a joke.
I bet it'll read once I put out the MP3. I quietly laughed, James.
Yeah, yeah. So everyone kind of has their game, and it's like, oh well, if we want to go back to that game, sure, I'll be really good, and it probably won't take me that long to like Rock Band or whatever, expert guitar, or expert drums, or what.
They went bankrupt. I'm sorry.
Well, no, it might. They said they're
really going to do the Rock Band?
They said they're looking into doing more Rock Band.
Oh, I didn't know that.
But it doesn't matter if the DLC doesn't transfer over, which it won't. So we have to get a new credit card.
It's gonna burn.
Just put the drumsticks on it.
I don't know. Like this is yet again a question we get once a month about Call of Duty, about whether or not it's relevant or whether or not it's going to be as big as it was last year. And I mean, fact of the matter was the bell curve around 2011 is where Call of Duty was at its height. And
I think so, but I think it's like it's relevant in the same way Justin Bieber's relevant.
Well, no, Justin Bieber's like trending upwards.
Oh, I'm just saying it's a household name. So So either if it's up or down, it's still like still going to do well. It's not a bad position to be as a video game.
No.
Well, of course
I mean,
not. No, but
like,
what I'm saying is a lot of people want Call of Duty to fail, and in turn, it is on the decline. And Justin Bieber, a lot of people want Justin Bieber to fail, but in turn, he's exploding. So it's kind of a weird thing.
So if Call of Duty could capture the 12-year-old girl market,
Oh my gosh, Call of Booty.
Nope, that's not what little girls want.
They don't want that.
Yeah.
some of them.
Call of Judy.
Judge,
I mean, that is
Judy
a little
Moody,
girl.
not Bumper Summer.
There you go. Now I got it.
Call of Duty, not Bumper Summer. Yes.
Not bumper slumber.
The bumper slumper.
Adam, please just go straight. The best method is you just go straight. Oh man, look at that guy.
it's got an American flag.
I don't know why people are trying to go at an angle. It's clearly more difficult. You have to turn.
Kind of.
And then you
'Cause
should
have to-
stop when you get to the
Because you
next
have to
platform.
crouch jump.
You just stop when you
And
get
you
to
keep
the next
bumping people!
Oh, they're bumping you too? Oh, jeez. Okay, well.
Anyway.
But Bruce and James, was there anything about Advanced Warfare that you specifically found interesting, arousing, attractive?
Ooh, arousing.
In all honesty, no.
Yeah.
Like honestly, if Adam came back with footage that was just of the new COD Ghost DLC, I'd have no idea. If he had just said that, he had labeled the file COD Ghost DLC, I'd go, hey, it's the new COD Ghost DLC.
That was actually the one thing I noticed too. There was a lot of like pro, the pro Call of Duty YouTube channels or whatever. And those also seemed like the most jaded people at the event. There was a guy sitting in front of me where they showed off like the new. It's essentially oddball mode in Halo. Like you have to hold on to an object and you have to like score it in certain goals and you'll throw it. It's just like oddball, which is, I'm sure, was an original concept somewhere else besides Halo. I don't know if Halo came up with it. I don't care because it's a fun thing. It doesn't matter who came to the idea first. It's just whoever executes it the best. And the guy sitting in front of me just goes, Halo, or Halo did it. Sitting right next to one of the co-founders.
Jeez.
And I'm just like, wow, you're smart. You're a smart person.
Well, like you said, everybody's jaded about it. Everybody wants to talk shit on Call of Duty
But these are the guys who
they're
are
on top.
But these are the people making money off of it by uploading
That's true.
gameplay
Yeah,
footage.
that's good. That's a good
And I was like, you probably don't want to bite the hand that feeds so much, especially when it's sitting right next to you. I don't know. It just felt odd that is like these are the same guys who are like, I fucking love Call of Duty. I hate Call of Duty. Like they're just so hot or cold no matter what. Whereas we're all just like, yeah, it's Call of Duty, whatever.
The last one I owned was Black Ops. If that tells you anything.
Black Ops 2 is the last one I knew.
So
I like Black Ops 2.
So I haven't really, other than here in the office, like because we do the marathons and stuff, haven't owned or played one in my own spare time, really, ever.
I'm trying to remember the last single player. I've never fully played through the Call of Duty single player, other than Modern Warfare. So the other ones I tried. Like I think the last time I even played a single player was the original Black Ops.
It's actually something I've been wanting to do. I know we were known for kind of playing shitty games, but this kind of goes along with us starting an additional gameplay channel where we just do straight gameplays, like it's not so heavily edited. But I would actually like to go through all the Call of Duty single player campaigns because there's some ridiculous shit in there. Like there's some just really dumb things, which are fine. Like because like Lawrence, you can speak to it better than I can, but. Because you like that sort of stuff. You call it
dumb things.
You call it a haunted house
Right.
action movie.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that was a design sensibility that was in vogue for a long time, and now it's starting to fade away. Luckily, Call of Duty had the fortune of being both. Like, it had a legitimate game in the multiplayer, and also a very stage demo-friendly single player.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't really a game. It was just run down a hallway and shoot a bunch of guys. Well, I don't know, though. Like, when I think back to Call of Duty 1 and 2's campaigns, those were pretty great.
They were. And Modern Warfare was a great campaign. Like,
Yeah.
it made a lot of sense. There were lots of twists and turns, and like, I thought it was well done. And when I played the next two, or like Black Ops and Modern Warfare 2, or whatever it was, I was just like, it just seemed absurd. And then COD Ghost, when we watched the cinematics on YouTube, were fucking ridiculous.
It's almost like a parody of. It's weird because the actual campaigns are like parodies of those other campaigns.
Yeah, no, I know. Somebody is like the boss of those single player campaigns, and he's saying, you have to top what you did last time.
But we can't. How are we supposed to do that?
It's like fucking go into space and shoot some guns or something.
Well, I
That
remember
doesn't make sense.
there was a
Add a
really.
dog.
It might have been in Call of Duty 1 or 2, but you played as a Russian soldier. Or no, wait, no, it wasn't. Well, I can't remember who you played. But
I know the one you play is Gary Oldman.
I don't think so.
This is World at War.
No, it's
Oh, you don't play as Gary Oldman, but Gary Oldman is a voice.
Oh.
He's like Reznov or something.
Well, this was definitely 1 or 2 because I was playing on PC like in 2003. But You had the level was you're inside a house and there's 3 tanks outside and you just have to stay alive for like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So you're like running between windows, ducking behind walls that are blowing up. It was intense and it had a grand scale, but it was also like believable. It wasn't there's a building falling on you with 7 nukes inside of it and 3 terrorists like surfing it down while they're wrapping it on fire.
Well, I mean, I imagine the gameplay in a situation like that might have been a little different too, because now it's basically, all right, we're in a sliding animation, and kind of move the left stick or whatever to control your slide, but you're basically going to go out the same way anyway. And at some point, the game's going to slow down, and you're going to have to shoot some guys. But if you don't worry about it. You're still going to slide out that same window. Like they've, as they've gotten bigger and gotten worse, they've also become less games in some ways. It's strange.
One thing I just realized this. One thing that is very, very simple, and maybe they don't want to do this. I'm sure they've thought about this at Activision. Is just make the single players harder. Just make the campaign more difficult. So then that way you have to actually use some skill, because like you said, the Haunted Mansion analogy is a fantastic analogy because it feels like you can't ever lose. And I mean, I like my games easy. I do. But I don't like them that easy, because then I feel like I'm not playing a game at that point.
Well, also because you still somehow can lose in those games, but they're retarded, dumb frustration losses.
Well, yeah,
okay, well, I didn't know the guy was going to come in the door behind me, and he shot me, and my screen went redder than I could manage, so I died, you know.
They don't ever feel valid.
Yeah.
No, not at all.
Playing Call of Duties on hard is not the most enjoyable experience these days. And what it entirely revolves around, or at least it used to, was you would find your safe piece of cover, and you would, it's called slicing the pie, inch out of it, and then make it so you only shoot one guy at a time, let your red drain away, shoot another guy at a time, let your red drain away, and God help you if they throw a grenade at you. You just have to move.
Well, I think
that was it. It was a very simple gameplay loop.
Yeah.
I think we're also speaking on behalf of a lot of for a younger audience.
Yeah.
When we talk about the single player, I think one of the reasons why Call of Duty does so well are there are guys around our age or older who work full-time jobs, who work at banks, who don't watch YouTube videos all day, and they're like, oh sweet, new Call of Duty's out, and they probably have about 5 hours in the year in which they can play through a single player game.
Yeah.
And it's one of the few games they can actually finish and feel satisfied with. I'm like, oh, good. I got a full story out of it. I feel good. I'll fuck around with some of this multiplayer for a little bit, but little 12-year-olds are beating me, so I'm done. And they just wait for the next one. Yeah. So that does serve a purpose, and there's a good reason why it's easier, for sure. I actually understand that and why it's gotten easier. I was looking to games like Battlefield to actually make single-player fun instead of trying to copy what they've already done. Like Battlefield 4, in a lot of ways, is like worse than Call of Duty, in my opinion. I don't know if you played through it. Like, they do the thing where you have to walk through a ship. You can't walk past a door until the guy's done talking, and it's just a lot of slow moving. Like, oh no, the ship's coming, we're under attack. Let's go. I was like, holy shit! You have Battlefield, a game that's all about openness. Shouldn't it just be essentially replicating a multiplayer match?
Yeah, that's what Bad Company did.
Kind of, but you still move down corridors, and it was like, come on,
follow your buddies.
Yeah,
don't get ahead of your buddies because you can't.
The way I always envisioned it was Battlefield would just drop you into a huge map, and it shows objective A, B, and C. A is a team deathmatch mode. C is CTF, and whatever, or B is another one of the capture points or something like that. Regardless, oh yeah, people put ads on their servers.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's how they make money. Got to run that server. Either way, I'm just saying there's 3 specific game modes in Battlefield that are very multiplayer focused, and you complete each mission by doing those. And you can end with a scripted event of like, you did it, Captain, and then they like, I don't know,
they all salute.
Yeah, they all salute you and like they kiss you or whatever.
Captain,
but like,
you're amazing. Here's 5 medals.
But, yeah, exactly. Well, I like the idea of it should be open so you can complete the mission how you want to, which is what the multiplayer is.
Yeah.
It's in this way it would teach you how to use helicopters as opposed to the single player like in Battlefield 3 where they're like, here's a jet, you're like, can I fly it? And they slap your hand like, no, you shoot missiles, idiot. Because you can't fly a plane, but it's like, but I can fly a plane in single or multiplayer. They're like, right, but we don't trust you. And so that always confused me. So I always look to Call of Duty and say, do what you want to do, but games like Titanfall, which did something a little different, which I enjoyed, using bots, and Battlefield, I've been looking at those guys to actually try something unique, and they're all just trying to copy Call of Duty, and that bugs me. because Call of Duty already does Call of Duty. We don't need more of that. And even that other game, that Homefront, tried to copy it exactly.
Boy, did it ever.
And it was bad.
You know what had an awesome campaign? Titanfall.
Yeah.
Because Titanfall, the campaign was an exact extension of the game itself. The game you wanted to play, the game you were promised, as opposed to filler to justify a $60 price tag.
I mean, the campaign was like basically non-existent in Titanfall.
Yeah, I know.
Which was fine.
Yeah.
Like it didn't matter.
Which I enjoyed.
Because it matched. Ironically, I would say Titanfall could have gotten away more so with a larger, more narrative single-player campaign than any of the recent Call of Duties or Battlefields could have.
Yeah.
One thing Adam said previously, basically the value of popcorn entertainment, it kind of reminds me of the same argument / discussion that's happened in movies and music, and that it's fine for fine commercial art.
This is amazing.
Going on.
Wow.
Anyway, it's fine for commercial art to exist, something that's made purely to be consumed, and it doesn't have to be challenging, it doesn't have to teach you things about life and love. It's there to entertain, and it's fine to be entertained.
Man, I mean, it's the same thing we always say. Like, I've always seen Call of Duty as the Michael Bay of video games. It's big, it's loud, it's going to make a lot of money, and you can choose to ignore it if you want to. It shouldn't ruin your day if it exists. You can. It's like Bruce and I saw Transformers, and we both walked out and went, "That was fucking retarded." But holy crap, I think I had kind of a good time once in a while.
Yeah,
like,
why not?
there were moments of like fun that I found. What are you watching?
That robot T-Rex breathed fire everywhere.
But only at the end.
Yeah. But all the time at the end. He basically never stopped.
And I look at those things as like kind of guilty pleasures. Like you can go in there and it's a different form of media and it's a different form of entertainment. But I guess a lot of people look at that and go, "It's bringing everyone down." It's like, no, it's not.
No.
It's not.
Let's hold movies back.
If
Think
anything-
about what they could be.
If anything, these forms of entertainment, these giant forms of entertainment, exist so that smaller, more unique pieces can actually stand out more from the crowd because they look so much different than these loud pieces of Ninja Turtles.
You're welcome, indie games.
We have to do a mid-roll, yeah?
Yeah, and on that note, it's time to talk about NatureBox again.
All right.
So
Give me some
I
more stuff.
actually subscribed to NatureBox thanks to
Did you?
the
Did you use the code?
I did.
Yes.
I used our very own code to save $10.
How much was it?
I paid for 6 months, so it ended up being like $100.
That's not bad.
But yeah, it's 5 snacks. It's $3 a bag, which is actually it's fine for the amount of snacks you get. One thing that I
Wait,
thought was
$3
interesting
a
is
bag or a box?
A bag.
Oh, okay.
it's around that. It's actually a little bit less.
I mean, that's basically. I mean, that's probably a better deal than if you went to Whole Foods.
Exactly, and that's about the quality of snack. But what I thought was pretty cool is when you sign up, they basically ask you to tick off like certain flavors that you like. So if you like salty things, if you like crunchy things, if you like sweet things, you tick those things off, and then it's like, okay, here's a group of snacks that we selected that match your criteria. You can add these to your box, or just let us fill it in randomly with the selections that you put in. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
You can be surprised or pick specific things.
I like chocolate, chocolate, and chocolate. Send me a chocolate.
You can do that.
I want to get healthy.
And then if you don't enter in anything manually, it just sends you a random box. You can put in specific things, and you can add in extras, and it just charges you like an extra.
Can you be like, send me salty stuff on this month, but then on the third month, just whatever, give me something random.
Yeah, you can totally do that. But I'm busy and lazy, which means I'm looking forward to coming home and having a box of food waiting for me.
What a world we live in.
Yeah, right.
You're like the Jetsons.
A box of better for you snacks from NatureBox. So if that process sounds interesting to you, listener, you can go to naturebox.com/inside for 50% off your first month. That's naturebox.com/INSIDE. And they're going to town on them over there. What are those?
These
Those
are the
lentil
salt and
loops?
pepper lentil loops.
Yeah. They burn a little bit? They burn
They
good.
remind me of something, but I can't remember what.
It's all the
Some sort of
lentils.
pasta.
First time I kissed a girl. It tastes like popcorn with pepper on it.
Oh yeah. Oh, you know what? You know what it kind of reminds me of? You know, in like Asian markets, you can get those like shrimp chips.
Yeah, but they taste, I don't know. They taste better than shrimp. They don't taste like shrimp.
I like shrimp chips. You have to eat a lot of them really fast to let the shrimp flavor build up in your mouth.
Bruce sent me this article the other day about why ramen is bad for you, or like why it's just essentially filled with nothing but sodium.
Yeah,
and so
it's sodium
which
and
is like
carbohydrate.
it's like yeah, of course I can taste it.
Not if you use half the packet.
Oh,
Use the whole package.
No.
Ramen at a restaurant.
I'm talking
Spool.
Just don't shoot. Just don't like knock back all the ramen sauce at the end.
Spool, have you ever been to a restaurant that serves ramen?
pho?
The answer's no.
Not
Like a
wait. So
pho
you
restaurant?
Spool. You've never had ramen?
Like a pho restaurant?
We're going to ramen. All right, we'll be back. We're gonna finish the podcast when we're back from ramen.
Then no.
Okay. I think I don't. When's your birthday?
I mean, I make myself ramen all the time.
No,
not
I'm
the
talking
same.
about real ramen.
No, you got to go to like.
Mine is real. August 18th is my birthday, which is...
What?
Bruce, go
Wait,
pick.
August
You gotta find
19th?
some object and then click on
I'll be
it,
gone.
and then you can become that object.
Okay.
But you have to hide from these guys.
Oh yeah, that's the other
Listeners,
thing. We're
everyone
actually
wish Spool
learning
a
how to
happy
play
birthday.
prop hunt.
Yeah, because we need to play this 4-player.
We do.
He'll forget.
Try spacebar.
We need-
Oh shit.
you're
Okay, so
playing
you gotta
prop?
hide.
All right.
How do I move?
You keep moving around like
How
you
do I
would.
move? I can't.
You kind of stand at. Can you right click and get out of that? Oh, you're stuck.
No, he should be able to move as that thing.
Spool, how do I move?
I don't know, you're stuck on something, aren't
What
you?
do you mean stuck on?
I think you're clipped
Can you
into something.
un-item yourself?
Because you would have to hide and make it. Oh, there you go.
Lay your chair. No,
All right, you have to make
Oh.
yourself look like a chair.
How do I move the chair?
You're perfect right there. Just click. Yes. So hide.
Right there.
Perfect.
Just like, except they're
Take your
gonna
hand off
see
the
the
map.
thing is they're gonna see the watermelons,
Those
so they're
watermelons
gonna know.
shifting around.
We're gonna shoot at everything.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
All right, he didn't notice. He didn't notice. That was good.
You should
Yeah,
be able to
that's-
move somehow. And
That's actually so. Interestingly enough,
Yes.
I'm bringing this up. Tech wise, Elgato finally announced their new device,
Oh.
which records at 1080p, 60 frames a second. I think he saw you.
Oh, play cool. Play cool.
Play cool.
Play cool.
I always wonder what people who are listening to the audio
Oh,
only
shit.
version of this.
Oh, jeez.
What happened?
You can throw
He
grenades.
threw a
Yeah,
grenade.
he blew himself up.
Don't freak out. Don't freak out.
It can see you when you turn, so you have to stay flat.
No, I know.
If you're
Anyway.
curious about what we're talking about,
Yeah,
you
sorry.
should watch the podcast on YouTube. YouTube.com/Inside Gaming.
Yeah, we're playing prop hunt, and we've been meeting. So, like, we did the Left 4 Dead gameplay, and I've been trying to find a way where we can do 4-player co-op and have it actually be in sync. We tried it with
You're
Just
right.
Cause, and it was still a shit
It
show.
was a
It's
nightmare.
a big mess.
I cut that thing together, and that was a nightmare.
So with Elgato's new device, we're hoping that I met with them, and supposedly that's weird. Supposedly it's going to be easier for us to do it, but they need to update their software, which is like coming soon. So hopefully games like this, like Prop Hunt, we'll be able to finally do 4-player co-op, which I can't wait to do.
Yeah.
I want to do
yeah.
way more co-op.
I want to do more Left 4 Dead with other mods and stuff. And
Yeah, I saw a mod where it's flipped where you're the infected trying to survive, and it's the
Oh yeah.
it's all the zombies are essentially survivors coming after you with guns.
Oh god.
Yeah, there's so many of these different version mods and stuff, these things I want to play, but I can't.
Well, I'm going to pose this question
Oh,
because
boy.
people ask
Oh
me.
boy.
People ask me this on Steam all the time.
Go on.
Do you guys see much of a future in games like GTA that are played with a chunk of the community? And I am intimately aware with the production issues associated with that, but it's something that I get asked all the time, so I'm passing it along to you to answer publicly.
Yeah. I mean, I think we're always gonna. He's shooting the wrong chair. I think we're always going to try and find games that. We're always gonna try and find games that we can play with the community. Oh, damn it! There's a time issue, obviously, and you know GTA is fun. We've had a lot of discussions about what big things can we do in GTA, which would probably involve the four of us working specifically towards a goal, like getting something on top of a plane and flying that plane somewhere, or doing crazy things or heists. And things like that. A lot like Rooster Teeth does similar stuff where they figure out an objective and then they spend 45 minutes working together to try and complete that objective.
Right.
And for that kind of thing, I think we can safely say, no offense, but the community may hurt us in that case more than they might help us. Stopping on ramps and doing things.
We've been experiencing that more and more where we've been playing the GTA stuff to, James' point, where people are, it feels like they're going out of their way to like lol, we're trolling you, and we're like, that's great, but it doesn't help for the final edit when you're being an asshole and you're being like, lol, look at me, I'm going to be in your YouTube video. You're like, okay. The point is we want to play with you, we want to actually play the game. Stop going out of your way to make it so you have something to put up on your YouTube channel. That doesn't help us, and that's actually pushing us away from wanting to play with the community when that's exactly the opposite of what we want to do. We want to play with the community. Community's fun.
Well, I think
It should be fun.
I think the bigger thing is, and this sounds lame, but don't just troll us to troll us. If it's a game where you're supposed to be like crazy and things are supposed to go wrong, you're supposed to fly off the ramp and have fun with it. But if you're just trying to fuck with us so that way you get a rise out of us on the stream, then
It
that's
won't
just...
go on the video either.
Then it probably won't make it into the video, and then it just makes it more difficult for us to do in the long run. And then I don't know. It's just not as. I think it also makes it less fun for the other people who are generally trying to do it too. You know. So
And it's also another thing too. I get it where a lot of people are like, well, why does everything you do have to be a video? Why can't you just do like a Halo night and like Rooster Teeth? Those are community nights, and it's honestly we don't have enough people or time. And we're working towards that. I mean,
that's the dream. The dream is to be able to
Have time to do that.
organize
have
something
time
like
to
that.
play games
For fun.
and then open up the floodgates and join us, because we're playing Master Chief Collection tonight. We're going to play Halo 3, big maps, and come play with us,
And if we get a video out of it, we get a video out of whatever, it doesn't matter. We would have enough people working where we have stuff in the queue that it's not a big deal. Whereas right now it's like everything we do, we need to get a video up because we're at capacity
These
and we're working on it. We're working, trying to get
these
something
other
going.
types of things would also be good candidates for our fun time gameplay channel that we dream of doing, where it's just, say Adam's playing through, he's been playing
Creed.
Halo 4,
Oh,
just for fun, and he can put those up. Or if he wants to finish Creed, but we know that none of the rest of us want to play it, then he can finish Creed and he can put that up. Or Friday night or whatever, we organize a fun game night, and then we all play together, and then we'll just put that up, and then you guys can have fun with it.
We're working on it. That's ultimately the thing. And then I think we want to start doing Photoshop contests as well on the subreddit, which I hope it's fixed by now. Apparently people can't post links. I don't know what's going on with that.
Really?
There's been an ongoing issue where people can't post links. The Twitter bot or the video bot has broken. Hasn't been able to post anything. I don't know what's going on with Reddit. We should work on that though.
I looked at the settings. Everything looked fine.
Well, people have been trying to do direct links to like images, but they're the only way they can post them as comment threads, basically.
It's very odd.
but
Somehow got set to read only. Like maybe, I don't know, someone fucked something up in the moderator settings. We need to just
Maybe.
It's
I looked
one of those
them
things
over.
where I wish we had more time to go through it all.
Yeah. Well, that on top of that, we should thank the people who moderate
Absolutely.
our
Seriously.
our subreddit. I know you, James, Kippy, our
Corey
major
Clark.
ones,
Corey
Corey
Clark,
Clark.
yeah.
These people all bust their ass, and so even if something goes wrong, please consider that the only thing anything went right the day before is thanks to them.
Yeah, and if anything, I think we actually need a couple more mods in there because those guys have been busy. I understand a lot of you guys have to go to school and stuff, but I would love to do more stuff on there. Like we want to start. So our Spreadshirt store is launching. It should be launched now, I think, by this podcast. If it's not, you can sue me. I don't know for what. I don't know if there's any monetary damage.
I didn't get my
But,
shirt.
We want to start doing t-shirt contests, wet t-shirt contests.
Say,
Whoa.
I just want to get that joke out of the way. Bye, Joel.
Bye, Joel.
See you later.
Love you.
Yeah. Too good? No.
No.
Prove it.
Well, we love them in a certain way. But we definitely want to do like t-shirt design contests and like get more stuff up there. It's just, holy crap, we don't have enough time, and we want to have more time, and we want to be able to do this stuff. So we're working towards it. That's I guess the one thing I'm trying to take away from this is we're working on it.
Bruce only knows one.
Yeah.
thing.
I was going to do that.
Patience, y'all.
There are bigger things happening at the company we work for that are out of our hands, and like a lot of things have to change before we can get to the point where we want to be. But those things are coming, so keep a lookout.
All right, and then here's kind of the last
Can I get closer?
little subject on the
shit,
subject of
that's
Call
bad.
of Duty. There's
there
an
you go.
interesting tale of parentage.
Get against
oh
the wall.
boy, What you got
Get
going
against the
on
wall. You gotta get flat against the wall, Bruce.
I'm trying.
There's a lamp behind you. There you go.
there?
Oh shit! Yeah, there.
A Swedish journalist and university teacher, Carl Magnus Helgegren, I guess. He had two kids. Let me verify their ages. One was 10 and the other one was 9. Oh, 10 and 11. I'm sorry. And he used to be a war journalist. So he's like he's been on the front lines. And his kids they come down and they say, we want Call of Duty. And he's like, okay, well first let me show you what actual war is like, just so you can get a good baseline for it. So he actually takes them to the Middle East. They go to Israel and the Palestinian territories. This is before the whole Gaza Strip thing broke out, by the way. So it wasn't as bad when he did it. But he took them...
200 years ago?
Sorry?
Nothing.
No, about a year ago, I think. So he takes his kids around. He shows them refugee camps. He shows them cities that have been blown up. And when they finish their 10-day tour, the kids come back and they don't really want to play Call of Duty anymore. But they did actually ask to tour these areas again. So I thought that was an interesting approach to...
They did what again?
This dude's kids wanted to play Call of Duty.
No, I know, but you said the last part you said, sorry, I didn't hear you.
They wanted to visit the areas again.
Yeah.
Oh, they wanted to visit
They didn't
there.
want to play the game.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So I thought that was an interesting approach, an interesting parental tactic to actually take kids out to see actual real war and be like, it's not this cartoony G.I. Joe thing that games have made it become.
This is why we need Oculus Rift. You got to save this family like $1,500 a ticket on travel.
Nope. I think that's the exact opposite of what happened here.
No. I mean, if you have Oculus Rift, and then Call of Duty would be even that much more fun.
Nope. I think you're missing the point.
It's like a 3D motion tracking.
I think you're missing the point.
Thing.
Lawrence, go on.
Well, that's pretty much the end of the story.
Oh, yeah.
I was just curious, how do you guys feel about that? Do you think that was a clever parenting tactic?
Parent successfully gets kids to stop playing Call of Duty because of war sucking.
Sounds pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's responsible parenting. To me, it sounds like I am of the belief that that you should be able to play basically anything. Like it's. I don't think violent video games are a problem. Obviously, I work in the industry and everything, but I genuinely don't believe violent video games are a problem. I think the people are more of a problem than anything. But that being said, I think it's a good indicator of responsible parenting to say, you don't know what war is. Let me show you what war is, because it's not what you think. And I think that's an interesting result. What ended up happening there.
I suppose it just made me kind of think back on how war is. What's the word? Not
Hell.
Yeah, well,
Sensationalized?
maybe that's it. But it's
Well, that's what I was going to say, is that if there's any kid who thinks that war or Call of Duty accurately represents war, the kid needs a good smack upside the head. I'm just saying that they're like, oh, I know war, Dad, don't you worry. And he's like, oh, no, we're going to the Gaza Strip. You're going to see what war is. Like,
Yeah, seriously.
I think, really all you have to do is show them a documentary and just go, look, there's atrocities and there's, just show them Saving Private Ryan, for God's sake, and be like, look, getting a knife through the chest sucks.
Oh,
Like, that
was the worst scene.
War should not be glorified.
That chair ran away. Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's all right. I'm just saying, like, never once do I play Call of Duty and go, man, this is so realistic. The way I took those 6 bullets to the head. Like, I don't play video games for realism.
Yeah.
And if any parent is, I don't know what this guy's ultimate motives are, or I'm
What?
thinking. God damn it! I'm completely distracted by a problem.
War.
Look at him go. Like it's in a little can running away. It's oh shit.
I'm just saying it's. I as a parent, if I were ever to become one, maybe I am. I don't know.
Yeah. 80s were cool.
I would work harder on educating my children on. Please understand that video games are a form of entertainment and that they should not be taken seriously.
How old was this child?
10 and 11.
Oh yeah, no wonder.
Well,
I mean,
okay.
like when you're 10, you're retarded. So I know I was
Yeah.
retarded until I was like 15.
I was-
or
Well,
16.
when you're 10, you also probably shouldn't be playing Call of Duty. So
That's
true.
That's
Yeah.
a good point.
I don't know.
All
Anyway,
right, moving on.
Good for him. Father
Good
of the year.
parenting. Nice
Yeah.
work.
He did it.
World of Tanks.
Oh yeah.
World of Tanks allows you to pilot massive, high-powered, and authentic tanks, blasting away in intense, strategic armored warfare. It allows you to strategize victory on history's most epic tank encounters, including maps based on the famous battlegrounds of World War II. World of Tanks is free to play on your PC. Play for free at www. That's going to be hard to type,
What was that, Lawrence?
but I'm confident.
So okay. I just want to make this clear. Historically, it's the letter
www.
www. But for this one, it's www.
Yeah,
Those aren't letters though.
Badurbu.
remember that frog? Remember the www frog?
No one remembers that.
.playtanks.us and
Go
use
on.
promo code Machinima for exclusive in-game items rated T for teen. Now, the Machinima must be in all caps.
Oh,
I think
that's
that
why.
might have been the issue
Okay.
because we had some
All right.
reports last week of people putting in the code and not getting anything. So go to www.playtanksus. Wait.
What? Hold on a minute. www.playtanks.us, right?
There you go.
Okay.
And Machinima's all capitalized.
Lawrence is stroking out.
Yeah, I think I pulled something. Ow.
I feel like a lot of times you're the smartest guy in the room, but reading.
When it comes to reading a basic sentence,
what's the opposite of Goodwill Hunting?
I got to tell my roommate about this promo code because I think he plays World of Tanks from the orange couch.
Yeah, this is
So-
big orange couch guy, by the way.
So I got to tell him that he can get some in-game items. I keep forgetting to tell
Does
him.
he set up cushions around the orange couch to make him feel like he's in a cloth tank? Like a little peephole?
No, he doesn't do that. One thing. Oh, hold
Somebody
on.
died.
Hold for siren.
Hold for siren.
One of the other things too, I don't know how important
Godspeed.
this info is. All right, anyway, continue the story. Sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna say. I asked him where he got his orange couch from because I think James was wondering.
I wanted to know.
James was asking for the QA.
He won it playing World of Tanks?
and he
I
said
was gonna put it in one of the photoshops that I made.
no. He said he got it from like an office, like he got it from a friend's
serious?
office.
God.
And I was like, well, did you like buy it from IKEA or like where? Do you know where he bought it from? He's like, oh no, I have no idea. So I was like, okay, fine, whatever. Jeez.
Do you want to tell the water story,
Yeah.
James?
So we went to the beach this
Oh,
weekend
yeah,
for
sure.
Bruce's birthday,
God.
and we were playing volleyball on the beach. And then at a certain point, I was like, "Hey, we should all like go swim in the ocean." And Bruce's roommate was there, and so I turned to Joel, who is remarkably good at volleyball, by the way. He moves like a cat out
Shockingly.
there. And so I turn to Joel and I say, Joel, water? And he goes, yeah. And I turn to Lawrence. I say, Lawrence, water? And he goes, yeah. Sean Poole, water? Yeah. And then I turn to Bruce's roommate and I say, water? And he goes, you have some? And basically put his hand out like yes, I will take your bottle of water.
Oh my
And I was like, no, the ocean. We're going to the ocean.
Yeah.
But it was funny because it was basically a window into
His thought
his
process.
psyche for a little while. Lawrence accurately described it as that scene in Psychonauts where you throw a door against someone's head and you can literally see in.
It was. I don't know what's going on recently with him.
It's like a monkey trying to peel a banana, but just ends up squishing it.
I don't remember it being because I've known this guy for a very long time, and I don't remember it being like this
Yeah.
for as long as I've known. I mean, like he has his own special way, and he's a very talented person. But boy, oh boy,
Well, either way, I feel really bad for missing volleyball. I'm sorry. I wanted to go.
it's okay.
I really wanna
It's all
go.
right. You were arranging flowers.
I was arranging flowers with my wife was arranging the flowers.
Sure. She was
I-
gone. We know what you were doing.
I wanted to go with you guys. I wanted my wife Jess. She's actually pretty good at volleyball, and I wanted her to go with
Oh,
me.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Has she
Wait.
played with us before?
She's played with us, Bruce.
She's played with us.
Was that a burn?
I wasn't. I didn't mean it to be.
Bruce.
I don't
You're
think
like,
I've ever.
oh, is she good?
I don't think I've. I don't think I've ever played.
I don't
with-
remember being that good.
I remember spiking it on her. No, I
I actually did spike the ball on Phil. I spiked it and hit
Directly
him.
in his face.
I hit him right in his face.
Bounced off of him. That
Either
was
way,
awesome.
my wife's pretty good at sports. Better than me in a lot of ways. Like at softball, I'm not that great, and she kicks ass. So I like playing with her, and it's always good to be on the same team as her. Like that, and she was working on arranging flowers for a wedding that she was doing, which I ended up finding out later was for a friend of a friend, and that friend of a friend was actually one of the groomsmen in my wedding,
Oh.
and he was there at the wedding, and I didn't know he was there.
What?
Because Jess, if you're listening, I love you to death.
But?
She has this amazing power where she'll just speak her mind. And so like the other day we're going to grab some lunch, and she just looks. She goes, "I don't like that house." And I go, "Okay,
I know.
it has been said."
Got it.
I'm usually waiting for like the punchline
Right,
or
yeah.
the other part, but it's usually just like she's like, "That's it. I don't like that house." Okay, moving on. Or like she's like.
That's the house I
It'll be something like we were having a conversation like 3 days ago, and she'd be like, "You know what would work with that?" And I'm like, "I don't know what we're talking about."
Oh, yeah,
I'm already
she picks it up. Yeah.
So I think we just had one of those moments where she goes, "Oh, by the way, Blaine and Nazarene or she's like, "Did you see Blaine and Nazarene?" And I'm just like, "I don't know. This is a reference to. I have no idea." Not realizing she's talking about the guy who was my groomsman. I was on his wedding as well, and they were at this event. I never even saw them because I was in the bride room, the room of the bride
With the flowers?
with the flowers and everything, and I was like arranging stuff and like I was making. I don't know how to even accurately describe what I was doing. I was taking tops of lids and tying string to them so that we could hang the
Beautiful.
flowers.
That sounds very
All I
nice.
know is the original concept was, "Honey, come with me. I need you to just help me transport these flowers to Malibu." No problem, fine. And then it said, and then it turned into, I'm going to put you to work. I need some help. And I'm like, okay.
You were her assistant.
I went to the gas station. I got an energy drink and a tuna sandwich, and I was good to go.
Nice.
But I was just sitting there arranging my stuff, and like old women were coming in and be like, "Where's the florist?" And I'm like, no English.
No see.
I was like, I do not know. Like I was just trying to look as ragged as possible.
No.
But I completely missed one of my best friends, who has like pictures, I think, in the room next to me that I was sitting like arranging stuff.
Oh, man.
And he's over there with his wife having a good old time at the beach, and I'm just toiling away. Either way, I was.
How'd those flowers look, though?
Amazing.
They're fucking awesome.
My wife does amazing flowers.
Good.
So,
Okay.
but she, that same day you guys did volleyball, we met Bruce, and you were there, yeah, Lawrence and James. Oh, we were all there. Yeah,
We were there.
We went for dinner, for Bruce's dinner, and after that we went back home, and she was up till 4 a.m. putting flowers together.
Jesus.
She is a perfectionist in terms of like she's really good at photography and floral design. So like she was doing a lot of that, and I felt really bad that she was doing all that stuff. So
Well, you helped her.
and I helped. I'm more than happy to help. So that's why I miss volleyball. Was like
It's
I
okay.
didn't want to be like, later, babe.
No.
I'm gonna
The
go
only thing
spike
Bruce
a
talked
ball.
about was
You
how
gonna-
pissed off he was.
That was it. That
You
was for
weren't
like
there.
4 hours.
And it's one of those things you have to realize when you're an adult is that no one cares. No one cares whether you're at something or not.
Well,
I mean, it's sort of like
you had a responsibility to your wife,
Well,
which is
I'm
okay.
just saying, I knew not a single one of you were sitting around going like, "Fuck Adam for not coming."
God damn it.
I'm like,
Piece of shit.
no. So I apologize.
Well, back to how fun volleyball was.
Yeah.
Bruce, Phil, and I, we got on a bit of a tear there for a little bit.
Did we?
Yeah, we were making some good plays.
Oh
Felt
yeah,
good about that.
that's right. We were. We had a good run. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
What about me?
And it all crashed to a
I
halt.
spiked it on Phil.
I was gonna say, wasn't it originally me, James, and who was playing with us?
It was
It was a
It
girl.
didn't matter, obviously.
It was a girl. It wasn't Elise.
Rhonda.
No, it wasn't Rhonda. Was it
She was on
Rhonda?
our team. Yeah, first couple games. Yeah.
This is not good radio.
No, it's not. All right, moving on. Community highlights.
Come on, we were doing. We played really good ball
said the thing
games.
that I
and,
like.
we spiked it on somebody's head, and we won a lot.
Let me just
I'm sorry, I
say,
talked about floral arrangements for half an hour,
True.
so I have.
That was like the Lawrence story.
I have no leg to
Yeah.
stand on. I have no horse in this race.
I can
This
sum it up
game
in a
is
story.
loading
if
a
you
bunch
guys
of
need me to.
files from the folder Shrek is Loved.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
keep seeing that.
It's probably audio. I'm sorry. What are you saying?
Community highlights. You
Oh,
guys,
yeah.
Yeah.
Wait,
You
do we
guys have
another
not been
mid-roll
leaving
or no?
good comments lately. Sorry.
Do we not have another mid-roll?
We already did two.
We did?
Yeah.
Well, because he did that World of Tanks one so perfectly.
Yeah.
Because he was like,
Oh, he's
yeah,
a pamphlet.
well, he's like, let's talk
Steve,
about. I was confused for a sec.
Looked like
'cause
an
you're
ice skater just-
You're like, war's bad. You know, this dad's awesome. Adam's gonna be a horrible father. Anyway, World of Tanks.
Yeah,
and I
kill
was like,
people
is he
with
still talking
tanks.
about war? Like, and I realized he was doing that. You're
Where's
good.
hell?
You're a professional.
Where's
You're a
hell?
good spokesperson, sir.
Thank
You're
you.
a regular Ryan C. Creston. Is that his name?
It's weird.
No.
Good enough.
Anyway,
86 the Mad Hatter. He posted this comment on our Fallout 4 story, the daily that we did, all the stupid rumors.
Yeah.
He makes a very excellent point. He said, "It's all bullshit. How will the game ever be made if Todd Howard keeps hanging around with you guys?"
true that. Todd?
Todd, what do you think about that?
I mean, is he here?
He's not here.
He's not here.
Oh, I thought
He
you
only
said-
comes in for the daily.
Good
Yeah.
point.
Yeah, so okay.
Well, shame
And
on
then,
me for trying to do this.
On the last podcast, we had some feedback due to my very excellent and properly paced story.
Can I give some quick feedback?
Sure.
Before? I just thought it was funny because you told Adam and I both separately, you will not believe what happened to me this weekend. Oh, what happened this weekend? I'll tell you on the podcast.
Yeah, he kept saying
Because it's the greatest thing you ever heard.
Save the story for the podcast.
And about 15 minutes into the story, we were like,
Is this the story?
what the fuck is he talking about? Go on.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Why is owning porcelain dragons make you worse than Hitler? Go on.
Not me. Well, apparently not polishing them makes me worse than Hitler. The Dark Emissary brings up a good point. He says, "Wasn't there supposed to be video games in this podcast?" Also referring to the fact that lost the TMNT cap.
Yeah.
Ninja Turtles crashed. That's why we didn't have it.
Yeah, but he says, "I mean, I tune in for the witty banter, of course, but I still expect to see gameplay. Is this really Lawrence telling a story while everyone watches some TV? Really?"
Whoa,
Good point.
bro, calm down.
Explain what happened.
Well, sure. Okay, so the cap got messed up, and also I'm a terrible storyteller. It's pretty simple.
Well, no, I mean, it was just that Ninja Turtles crashed. It crashed the Elgato, that's
so
all.
Once again, I mean, to reiterate, we're understaffed. We're doing what we can. And Lawrence made a call, and I'm fine with this call, we're missing about 45 minutes of gameplay cap.
Yeah.
What the hell do we do? So we went to archive.org
Yeah.
Free footage.
and got some like royalty-free movie, which
Yeah.
is like, what the bleep do we know or whatever, some piece of crap that
it's
my
about
mom
quantum
owns on
physics.
DVD. when we all stopped and thought about it, we're like, wait a minute, we got a hard drive sitting here
Full
with
gameplay.
hours of gameplay,
Yeah.
uncut, that we were always talking about, that we'd love to put onto our gameplay channel if we had time to just cut it up and put it up. So it's been addressed, and that will never happen again.
Yeah, well,
Also,
The story too. Lawrence is never allowed to tell a
If
story.
you're watching this right
No,
now,
no,
and
I'm
the
definitely telling
gameplay
you
is
story.
just nonsensical, who knows what, it's because it happened again. So,
I see
true.
what you're saying. Well, I mean, like, you know, who knows? It's one of those things that, again, for every one of those comments, we see another comment that says, well, you guys don't need gameplay at all you need is audio. And like, and then we see another comment that says, you guys should be playing this game. You should play Battlefield because you have a lot of fun with it. So it's kind of one of those things that we understand. We will put gameplay from now on.
Yeah.
But
I mean, we
knows?
might get to a point one day where we don't need to put up gameplay, but I think right now we're just trying to do it our way.
Yeah,
and we
it's for
think
fun.
we think it works.
Yeah, it's for
Anyway,
fun.
sorry, I didn't mean to slow you down.
Oh, that's okay. And to my credit, there were like at least 2 comments that enjoyed my story.
Look,
So,
hey, people
one was
enjoyed
from-
your story, Lawrence.
The
Yeah.
usernames were not Lawrence1 and not Lawrence
Yeah.
2.
yeah.
They're getting really good about IP tracking. Let me tell you. Cody Tillett. This was actually on the discussion we had last week about player avatars and how whether or not you want one to look like you so you can immerse yourself into a game.
Yep.
Cody Tillett says, when I play a game, I like to play as a character that is as close to me being in the game as I can get it. I'm a white male, so that's what I like to play as. If I can't relate to the character I'm playing as, then I have a hard time getting into the game. For example, I think Assassin's Creed Liberation is badass. The fact that you can play as Kenway's first mate while he goes around with a blunderbuss and a machete while he frees people is an awesome concept. I think it's really cool that it exists, but I can't relate to the character at all, so I have no desire to play it. So he's a thundering racist, but still
Yeah.
Really?
He's pretty
No, no,
much. He should be
sexist
just.
is what I meant to say.
I don't really, just because
He
he
should
wants
be
to
full
play
of
with
white guilt.
He just wants to play with the way he wants to play.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
it's
I
a
was,
video game.
I was being oh nice. I was being facetious.
No, yes.
But it's interesting to me to track because people, Jesus,
That little can, get the can!
You're not supposed to play at small things, can.
it's interesting to me to read accounts from like Asian Americans that really only had Trini from Power Rangers to identify with in media, or black
Or
women
James,
that
who
really only had Storm.
Power Rangers.
Yeah, or James is all the rest of the Power Rangers, especially Tommy. So I don't know.
He fights for God. It's awesome.
It's interesting for me how people pick their role models because, like, for me, I really like Geordie LaForge. Like, he was kind of my role model growing up, and doesn't, there's a bit of a difference there. I can see, and he
Really?
can't.
He was your role model?
Yeah.
Remember when you asked me what
Yeah, of course you
character I
nailed
thought you liked most from Star Trek? And I was like, Geordie LaForge.
Why did you know that?
It seems like a Lawrence kind of answer.
Really?
If you think about it, I mean, who's my favorite Ninja Turtle? This is easy.
Donatello?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Who's the chick with the blue shirt, low cut blue shirt? Next Generation.
Oh,
Diana
yeah.
Troy?
Yeah.
Diana
Oh,
Troy?
God.
Yeah.
Troy? Troy?
She
Also,
looked
wasn't-
attainable. That's I think why I liked her as a
She was
kid.
my favorite character.
He's like Greek or whatever.
Yeah, she had a perm, I think.
Crazy perm. She had go-go boots in the pilot, too.
Well, there you go.
Mini skirt.
Boy,
So
oh
to answer
boy.
your question, Worf.
Yeah. Worf's great.
Worf.
What else we got going on?
Fan art.
Yeah, I love fan art.
Should I pull up the fan art?
Can if you want.
I really want to kill this can.
Yeah, it's
right.
taunting.
I really want
Kill that can, then we'll look at some fan art.
My can.
I don't know if he's gonna be able to do it.
In the
Yeah.
meantime, I have to appeal to our viewers. Please leave comments that
I
are
hit him.
interesting. Because, boy,
Yeah,
it's been a
shot.
drought lately. No offense if you left a comment, but it was bad.
Oh, really? We need better comments
We need
for the
better
podcast?
comments, people.
Just in general?
Better comments, please.
I'm just seeing,
What,
like...
what do you mean by bad comments? Oh,
no.
you mentioned there was a lot of spam.
Oh, yeah, we're actually getting a lot of comments like, hey, guys, check out my channel. I know nobody...
Will do.
Just
Right
keep
on
it
top
a
of it.
dream. And,
Do you play Call of Duty? Do you play Minecraft?
I should
you
confess-
are a snowflake.
I should confess that I have done that before.
Why?
Not spam, but I've gone to that person's channel.
Oh, just
yeah.
to see.
Oh,
yeah.
I
to
have
see
too,
if they're
yes.
worth.
I'm sure it's usually
that.
mostly bad, and I kind of enjoy watching bad videos.
I did that before. I do that for anyone who tries to get into like Google Plus fights with us.
Oh, yeah.
Where it's like, yo, fuck you. Then I'm like, all right, let's check out your profile and
Yes.
your YouTube channel.
See what videos they
and
have.
it's usually like I stumbled upon one that was really sad. I guess I can just call him out, right? I don't know. I'd rather not.
If
I'm
he
not gonna-
publicly posted a comment, people are gonna find it anyway.
He just always comes after us for no reason. I think he's I guess that sort of like reverse troll mentality of like, I'm going to say really mean things so people will notice me. But I remember checking out his channel and he had a vlog about how he's just like, I'm suicidal, but I understand because I'm I'm just an overprivileged white male, and fuck the world, whatever. But like, life's hard. But I know it's not really hard. I'm just like, God, I hate this kid. I really can't stand you. Just shut up and get a job. And he's like, I don't want to work a normal job. And I'm like, I want to work YouTube. And I'm like, I get it.
You just shouldn't engage these kids.
I don't. Well, listen, I didn't engage. I just watched and just felt bad. Not even bad. Just more like.
Just let him do his thing.
I just felt nothing.
Yeah,
I
just
don't
let
think
him
we
do
have
his
the link to the fan art.
Oh crap! I didn't share it with you.
Yeah, share the doc.
Let me do that. Do that.
Meanwhile, let's browse the workshop. You can start talking about the first one though.
It's
we've seen it all.
The Game On poster from DeviantArt
Oh, it's
user
so cool.
High Zeal.
That's such a cool poster.
Yeah.
Man, that's a cool
Nice.
poster.
It's got so many little tidbits in it.
Yeah, he had like the SK Connect jersey that he's got on.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so awesome.
He's hacking and playing the game at the same time.
It's hack completed in giant
It is.
letters.
It's been exactly.
Completed.
It's been exactly 1 year since we came up with this idea. By the way.
Oh yeah,
that's right.
Gamescom.
Wow.
Yeah, we got a little tipsy in the parking lot of an MLG party or something.
No, that's exactly what happened.
And
That
James
was
was
the
like,
weirdest party we've ever been to.
Yeah.
it was weird.
We drank beer in a parking lot. It was
Yeah.
kind of fun.
We should still make this. I think.
Game On.
I mean, Kickstarter. What do you think?
What,
long
you
as
said to
people
me
eat.
earlier that you challenged someone to a race to finish writing the script before I did.
Yeah.
And I said, well, they won. I'm not gonna write it.
The problem is, I think I want to make this bad. Like we were watching a bunch of bad movie trailers today. What was the one? Prayer for the Roller Boys or something like that.
Solar
God.
Babies.
Solar Babies.
Solar Babies. That's
Just
the
a bunch
one.
of shitty movies from the '90s where in the early '90s, rollerblades were a thing. So every hack movie producer was like, we got to put rollerblades in a movie. It's like when Breakin' 2, Electric Boogaloo came out. It's like clearly breakdancing's a fad. Let's capitalize it
As fast as
and
we
use
can.
some really bad stereotypes, and we'll get in on it.
Well, wait, is this a fad? Esports?
No.
I don't think it is.
I think if we here's the thing though. No, I don't think esports is a fad. But I think if we treat esports like rollerblading was
Yeah.
in the early '90s,
Yeah.
Okay.
The key is
it will be tongue in cheek enough that it will be funny.
the key is to make a movie before any societal respect is gained for it. So it's rollerblading when rollerblading is kind of this niche thing that the person making the movie doesn't entirely understand, but whatever, So that's what this needs to be.
So it means it needs to be like the net. Remember the net?
Yeah. Oh,
yes.
That's what I imagine.
Yeah.
Game
It's like
On
they're
would be
hacking with floppy disks or
Yeah.
something, and like anyone who has a computer would go,
How much of the mainframe is left?
wait,
None. They got the whole mainframe. How many layers? 7.
put that
But there's only one left.
actually, do me a favor, run and turn on the light over by Peak's desk.
Or just pull that. We only have 7 minutes. It's not a big
okay.
deal.
All right,
Either
I'm
way,
just
it's
saying.
really dark.
It's getting
in here.
dark.
It's okay. We're almost done.
We have a China ball up here.
Keep throwing it.
Keep talking.
Yeah, scroll down to the next fan art so we can
All right.
see what it is.
Oh my
Oh
god.
yeah, this one.
This one's so good.
This is the
This subtle tear.
the Rogue Warrior. What is this?
The best thing,
Other
the
one,
best
other
thing about this, he's already punched him once in the face.
It doesn't matter. Just sit down. It doesn't matter. 7 minutes. No big deal.
He's already punched him once right in the eye.
Oh, yeah, I didn't notice that. He's got a black
his
eye.
eyes all blacked and bruised.
I feel
ready to get
bad.
stabbed right in the
I feel
neck.
bad that we started Rogue Warrior because it's going to end soon.
No,
This
that's
is
good.
this is from Simon
Yeah, that
Chino.
is a good thing.
We should be.
Yeah.
Rambo was perfect.
Yeah, it was. Always leave them wanting more, Adam. Always
know.
leave them
I think
wanting
that
more.
involves.
Well, no,
that
I mean,
includes us.
so like Chaser, as much as I hate it, I love the fact that we're still playing it like 7 months after the
Nobody's
fact.
watching it anymore, though.
But hey, total up those views and they're doing something. Rogue Warrior is going to get, it's going to be 3 videos
Yeah, that's
total.
true. That's a good point.
And if you move it on down from AV Man 97, we've been
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't
Turning
see
heads
this
in the
one.
jar.
I saw this one.
Wow.
although they got the wrong mustache on Adam. That's supposed to be Bruce's mustache.
Yeah, that's normally
Yeah.
The
how
non-connected
Bruce is
one?
drawn.
I do like that Joel has a bow tie though. That's perfect.
Uh huh.
And then of course I'm in a VR helmet.
I like that I got
I'm in my
a chin
Google
strap.
Cardboard.
That's cool.
Yeah, you did get the chin strap for no reason. What in the world?
Is Joel of Chinese descent?
I know. I don't know.
I'm confused.
We
there.
all had to be. Otherwise, we would have all been drawn. He had to choose different styles.
Yeah,
for
Gotcha.
that
I get it.
style.
I'll take it. Hey, draw me as anything Matt Groening related, and I'm happy. So that's fine.
So that's Simpsons or Futurama.
Yep.
Got it.
What was the other one? Life in Hell or whatever.
Some of the bunny
that
thing.
barely
Yeah.
counts.
Yeah.
The bunny, yeah, life in hell.
That's
life
this with the
whatever.
I could draw bunny ears on this right now, and then we've done it.
Exactly
Look, I was trying to save time by saying Matt Groening, that which included The Simpsons and Futurama.
Oh
and now
my
we're-
gosh, move on to
and
the
now
next
we're
fan
just
art.
dragging it
Draw
out.
Adam as a Simpsons character. He
So-
clearly wants it.
So like a middle-aged, like a 50-year-old Bruce who's still humping,
This
and
is-
then
Who's on the bottom
Yeah,
right?
who's
That's
this guy?
Spool.
That's Spool with a hat.
Oh,
Because when
it's
you
old
when you
Spool.
hump, your hair and Spool's always over there.
Old Spool and old Bruce. I get
Oh,
it. I get it.
right.
I get
Still
it.
doing it.
Man,
Age
I
70.
like that he's
still
got
humping.
bitch tits. Like
Man.
that's just bound to happen.
Yeah.
I try to show this fan art to women that I would potentially date, so
Yeah.
that they can see what I'll look like in about 20 years,
Yep.
and then I find out if they're attracted to me
Still
or
gonna
not.
be screaming.
That's the one.
Still
Good
gonna have a
12-hour
healthy
speed
set of
dating.
teeth though.
Yeah, that's true. I do got some good teeth.
And then that ear
Good
boost
gums.
has drawn the best James I've ever
Strong
seen.
tongue.
Kept your chest hair.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I didn't even see this until this is from a while ago. I didn't see it until today.
You're so vascular.
What art style does this remind me of? Super Jail.
You're Ren and
I-
Stimpy.
a little bit.
I was
yeah.
gonna
It
say,
looks
remember
like-
in Ren and Stimpy when they would zoom in on
Yeah.
something
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it'd have a foghorn going.
Yeah.
But this looks
That's
like
you.
a prisoner that would have gotten murdered horribly in Super Jail.
Well, your neck has already been compressed.
Yeah, what happened to
Yeah,
your
yeah.
neck?
So your spine is just
Pulling
like
it
mush.
in and putting it out.
It's gonna pop out.
Yeah,
I like that a lot.
that's a good one.
And then Zombie Mesh actually did a couple of great fan arts this week. He did Beard Friends Forever, which is already on the wall.
Oh, I love that.
That's
I'll
so
look at them all
nice.
stroking each other's
I like
beard.
that picture a lot.
Well,
You got
the thing
got
is,
the Bruce mustache correct.
Yeah, that's true. The
separate.
pirate mustache.
Bruce and I don't look good without beards. So
I especially don't look good without a beard.
I
we
don't
just
think.
got
I
weird.
think either both of you qualify as not looking good without beard.
So we need beards.
We are beard
Yeah.
friends
I don't,
forever.
I don't like losing my beard.
And then he also immortalized everyone's favorite Mario character.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Ludwig.
yeah. The funny thing is, I like that on my Twitter. It still has a big piece of Ludwig art, which I did when I was incredibly drunk. But every time I look at it, I'm like, color scheme works.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's so
I
nice.
like it. I'll stick with it.
All fits up.
I don't even use Ludwig.
Nobody does.
Yeah.
Reddit user FrostyFace28 made
Oh
Tugboat
yeah,
Willie.
this one's awesome.
I saw that. That was really cool.
I really like how this whole Disney art wave has kind of taken off ever
Yeah,
since
yeah.
that one.
I'm happy with it. Well, there's
really
that other one. Is that on here? The one where James's balls are showing?
The old creepy one.
There's
Creepy
like
steamboat.
Well, we asked for like, hey, can we have the Steamboat Willie stuff? And then one, I forgot who it was. He drew it, but he did way too much detail. Bruce ended up just being Zangief.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
then-
yeah.
And James's
Oh,
balls were
yeah,
hanging
yeah.
out.
Yeah, I was this weird old man with a twisted neck, and then my balls were visible.
There,
on
there
the
was
bottom.
something just visibly disturbing about
This
it.
is it. I prefer this style.
Yeah.
Personally.
Cleaner.
Without the balls.
Yeah.
a little more approachable. No testicles, which is nice.
I don't feel like throwing up as much when I see this
Yeah.
one.
Reddit user Noodle Captain drew a great anime interpretation of
Oh, the
yes.
coolest.
What do you mean interpretation?
Yeah, this is pretty. This is a photograph.
That's
What a
pretty, that's pretty
realistic
accurate. I would. That's pretty accurate. I
Look at
think.
how ridiculous we are.
all of us.
I'm going to France after Eurogamer. I think I'm going to hang this next to the Mona Lisa
Gosh, that's
Oh,
so cool.
and see if
wow.
anyone notices.
I was gonna say just swap it with the Mona
Yeah.
Lisa.
It's such a great adaptation, though. Like
Yeah.
Bruce's gigantic anime brow,
He did a really good job of our faces
James is
in
fresh
anime.
faced and young.
Ah, it's so cool.
You know I'm the reckless one.
You are.
Yeah,
the
definitely.
fiery one.
Adam's wife or girlfriend is the one who's been stolen.
Yeah.
Right? And so he's fighting to get her back. He's fighting for justice. Bruce is just the honorable one who will do anything for a friend, right? And so he'll help him using his strength. And then I'm the brash young one
You're in it for
who
the fight.
might have different motivations.
Oh yes, but you come around in the end.
But different motivations for going after this gang.
Right, right.
But ultimately, we unite as a common force at the end. I also like my abs.
Oh, you can
he
see your
did
abs.
3 little lines
I
down
didn't
there,
notice
which
that.
totally makes me look even more jacked.
Wow.
God, if only I could be these people.
I just have this weird feeling James looks at fan art of himself that he really likes and just jerks right off.
Yeah, I think
Then
he
he,
might.
well, no,
look
he
at-
like
I look
he
at
goes home
fan
and
art
cuts
of you
himself
that
on the
I
chest
like.
for not
okay,
being as attractive. He's like, I'm so fat.
It would have been awesome if Lawrence
So
was
cool.
like a cell phone that we carried around.
Oh,
that
that'd
would
be
have
awesome.
been awesome.
Like a futuristic Japanese flip phone.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like,
Just
"How'd
ask
I?"
Oh, hell gozaimasu.
Yeah.
Ask me questions about video games
Yeah,
that
but
have
you-
nothing to do with
But
what's
we
going on.
throw you and you like hit people like
Oh,
that. and stuff.
cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
I'd
just lay
watch
on the
the
ground.
shit out of that. Well,
Uh,
it's to
so-
me and I can masturbate to it.
Noodle Captain, draw as much of this as you want.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Maybe
as
in
much
action
as
poses like fighting fighting things or fighting robots or something
Here's
like
the
that.
thing
I love it so
I've
much.
been asking for, and I haven't got the version I wanted. Like we got it's Zip Zip who does the anime titty ones.
Are we
which
getting there? Are we?
Those
okay.
those are disturbing. In a good way, in a really good way. But I wouldn't hang those on my wall at home.
That's the absolute first thing that I did.
What I've wanted is a quadrilogy of posters where we have individual. So if we can do individual characters as us as anime characters, and we can just frame those individually,
Oh, that's sort of like in Ninja Turtles. Where
Yeah.
Each character is in
Oh,
the same
man.
movie.
or something like
That would be
similar
awesome.
movie posters
Yeah.
to like the trilogy of Star Wars or
Yeah.
something like that, or Indiana Jones, where they all kind of they match in a way. Like I've been wanting that for a long time.
We have time for one more.
Well,
No,
One
we
more.
few more. Let's
Yeah,
go
we
through
do.
them.
Yes, we do. One more.
No, we have more. We'll do more.
No,
Joel's
let's not-
dumb.
let's not do
thing.
more.
Why not?
Because we're at an hour and 10.
Do I need to cut you guys off from now on? So we can
Yes,
actually get,
yes,
okay,
you
fine.
do need to cut us off.
So Napoleon,
We'll
Joe looks
just go
really
quicker,
dumb.
we'll
We'll
stop
go
talking.
quick. We'll go
Yeah.
quick.
Joe looks really dumb. You guys are Power Rangers from Lara Croft.
Yes, I'm the Green Ranger. Good.
Wait, when you
Kippy
say
did
Joel's
it-
dumb, does you mean both of them?
Yeah, look at Joel's butt.
I zoomed in on Joel's face in this picture, and it's very funny.
If Kippy drew an amusing comic of the Rogue Warrior tucking his child into sleep.
I didn't see that one. That's really good.
Oh, that's amazing.
Oh no, the last panel's cut off. Hold on a
Last
minute.
panel's cut off. What's the punchline, Lawrence? There you go.
Oh, he can't sleep. Right. Yeah.
Crying alone in bed. And then Zip Zip 105 returns.
Yes!
That's why you wanted us to go long,
Hotly
so we can
aimed
see your
at-
tail.
Not more than my tail.
Ah!
It's really close to
Is
seeing my
that,
taint.
is that too much ass for YouTube? This is important.
The thing is, every time I
don't
read the
think so. It
title,
should be fine.
every time I read the title for this one, I feel a little sick to myself. Like James has got himself into a little bit of a pickle. I'm just like, ugh.
James got a couple of pickles in
I was
himself.
going to say the pickle's coming into me.
And it's like, in any other world, I'd be like, yeah, this is attractive. But I'm like, God damn, that's James.
That's not attractive.
I keep.
Are you kidding?
If I'm not looking at the
it's
head,
a man with boobs and a tail.
If
cutting
James
off the
had
head,
longer
that looks
hair,
good.
it would be
Here's the
fine.
thing. Here's what I like most about this. The one of Bruce, he has a beard. So, right, you can't do much with it. The one of Joel, he has stubble
I get where
and
you're
a
going.
penis.
Yeah.
Right.
Can't do anything with it. This, maybe just
That could be a woman. Yeah, it could be a woman.
Could just be a short-haired anime girl.
Wait, hold on, James. Have you jerked off to yourself?
Not yet, but light a few candles. And then wrap myself in tentacles.
Spread around some rose petals.
Well, either way, we're hotly anticipating the final piece, which
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you.
I haven't got mine yet.
You're gonna get your huge tits. Don't worry.
Maybe,
then
maybe I
finally-
can ask and I'll be like,
love
I'm sorry,
this.
who are you?
Finally, Black Nerd animated The Little Spy Who Couldn't. A tale of death to spies.
Do you want me to open it?
Wait,
Yeah, go for
what
it.
was Death to Spies?
That was the shitty stealth game we played. That,
Oh yeah, man.
I had
What
fun.
a terrible, terrible
I had
game.
fun playing that one.
Ads.
Hold on, there's an ad.
Oh boy.
Thank you.
29
For
years old.
He put an ad on it?
myself the
Oh,
first
okay,
time.
well.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, thank you, Black Nerd, for doing this.
Yeah.
He said he's trying to do like one a week, right?
I guess so.
Yeah,
That's
I think
yeah.
so.
That's
Wow,
certainly
good for him.
the second one every week that he's done so far.
Yeah. And it's interesting too. He says he does all this in After Effects and I think Premiere
Yeah.
as well. So it's actually like, I don't know if that's harder or easier than Flash. I've tried Flash. I'm really bad at it. But After Effects I've understood. So he's been doing good. But what were we saying, James? We need to string like
Well, I
5
think
of these
he,
together?
he did a really good job picking a good scene because it's a scene that we're performing that you kind of have to picture in your head. And I think those are the best candidates when it's some sort of stupid sketch that we're doing.
When you're
or
inhaling the chloroform,
song that we're singing.
breathing
that-
on somebody else.
On that
needs
note, though,
visualization.
freaking Chaser today, when we got, was it Jetman?
Oh,
Or what's his
yeah.
name?
Tom
Thrustman.
Thrusterman.
Tom Thrustman.
Tom Thrustman.
Or, yeah, was it Thrusterman or Thrustman?
Thrusterman. I
Thrustman.
thought.
Thrustman.
But there's enough backstory there that I would love to see something animated of that.
Yes, we know, James.
Oh.
We're aware. We know.
Right in
Is
there.
there a little vag
Look, that's
there?
high res.
What is?
No, that's not. It's
No,
just some
it's just a
skin.
little darkness.
It's just some skin.
Just impeccably,
boy.
impeccably groomed too. The hygiene is amazing.
God damn it.
Well,
There's like no hair. It's all perfectly smooth.
But we should talk about the animated thing. If we can get, I don't know, what, like 2.5 minutes or 3 minutes of that sort of stuff together, maybe we can work on getting that up on our channel
Yeah.
so everyone can see it. That'd be awesome.
Kind of like what we did before with the Arma.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we put that one up. A lot of people complained about that one.
Really?
There was a few. They were like, "This isn't very good," but I'm like, you know what? Someone made this.
Yeah. Of their own free
They
time.
worked really hard on
Yeah.
it.
I feel like once someone animates you in Flash or Source Filmmaker, you've made it.
no,
In
we
life?
haven't made it though. we just proved that wrong.
Well, I'm saying I can die happy.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
That's
Very gratifying.
yeah, exactly. That is a very humbling moment in your life that someone freaking do that for you. It's awesome.
All right, Lawrence,
So
is
thank
that
you.
it?
That's it.
All right.
Done with the Inside Gaming Podcast.
Let's
Thank
do
you for
it.
watching, everyone. Wait
Yeah.
a minute.
Wait, hold on.
Wait a minute.
Hold.
Wait a minute. Hold
Hold.
on. Don't go anywhere, please.
Why'd I close the
Stay
document?
in your
Oh, that's
seats
smart.
or
Lawrence
keep
closed
jogging.
the document he
We
needed for
have
some reason.
a post roll
That's what I thought.
to read.
Please read away.
Is it something
You
I can
sultry angel,
Yes, I will.
hater of porcelain
Look
dragons.
it
I
up.
think I could eat.
So you'll never guess who the post roll is for.
Nature Box.
Yes, it is.
eat? Give me some more.
How did you guess?
I don't know.
Chips.
So yet again, Nature Box, fine purveyors of better for you snacks, sign up and get a box full of snacks every month. You can fill out your flavor profile on the website. They can either pick snacks for you or you can pick them yourself.
Once.
He caught it right in his mouth.
Incredible!
Munch, 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 munch.
Yes, that's what munching sounds like. God, now I'm gonna roll over that with my chair. It's gonna leave crumbs everywhere.
All right, was
Don't worry about it.
Was that the end of the post roll or not?
Go to naturebox.com/inside for 50% off your first month. That's naturebox.com/INSIDE. And that's it.
Hey,
We
Come to the
made it.
podcast. Thanks for watching, everybody.
thank you for listening. Be sure to download it if you can. Subscribe on iTunes and all that fun stuff.
And SoundCloud.
And watch all of our silly videos. We're going to keep trying to make more for you guys because we love you.
And jerk off to James's image.
Lentil.
I think that's only what James does.
Join me.
Your new live stream channel?
Yeah.
Jerk off to James's pictures of James.
Join me at twitch.tv/jerkofftojames with James. And
Mostly plays Wind Waker.
it's
but-
self-explanatory.
Yeah.
Gross. Wind wanker.
Whoa! That's a good out. By, I think, Revelations probably? Ubisoft just stopped caring.
Yeah.
They were like, Desmond is not interesting anymore. And then you had the aliens come in, and even the aliens look bored.
Long single player. And
Yeah.
again, credit to Ubisoft. I think that's awesome that they're giving us so much in this game. So
How insecure people are about that sort of stuff. And ultimately, I leave it in the hands of the creator. I didn't make Assassin's Creed. If I did make it, and I wanted to tell a story,
For a house I've never even been to and I'll never go to again.
Lawrence, that sounds ungrateful.
Roll over there and I'm holding up a tape measure and she's like nailing into the wall. And I say, I gotta be honest, I don't know why you're doing this right now. Because the party's already started. No one gives a flying fuck about a mirror on the wall.